What's up, YouTube and Facebook? Welcome to Not Quite Mint. Today, we're going to be discussing some of the comic books that we've been reading and what we've got delivered in the post during this quarantine period. So, shall we get into it, Rich?
Let's get into it. So, if you are new to the channel, obviously we're doing things a little bit differently now. We're doing a couple of like comic-related streams, and then if we get time at weekends, we might talk a little bit about some of the films and stuff like that. We haven't got around to doing that yet, but I don't think we've been watching anything that you guys might be particularly interested in. Yeah, true. So if you are new, obviously do hit that subscribe button down below, give us a thumbs up, and check out some of our older content. And also, if you do hit the little bell next to that subscribe button, it'll mean that you're notified when we are going live with streams, so you don't miss out there. And also it'll give you just basically when we do videos, once we start doing videos again when we get through lockdown, you'll know when they go live as well.
So yeah, dingly bell in the post.
Yeah, no, are you missing it?
I am.
You are missing the dingly bell.
It's my thing.
It's your thing. It is. I do feel wrong for doing it. Do you know what I mean? It's a strange beast. It's a strange beast. So where shall we start then, Tom? Shall we start with? Should we do the? Do we want to do what you've been reading, or shall we do?
Yeah, do a bit. We can go back and forth if you want.
We'll do that. Well, you've got. I'm going to be honest. I haven't read anything, have I, this week? I read little bits for
shocking
our Morbius video that we did on Tuesday. I read.
Even Raggles is offended.
Oh, sorry, Raggles. Sorry, mate. Sorry, mate. Just, at least he can't hump my arm from where he is. That's a good thing. People don't know. We might have to give a demonstration. We don't want to give a demonstration.
No.
It's this one, this left arm. So yeah, he's all over it. But yeah, so I haven't read a great deal. But the good news is that I've got quite a lot of stuff through the post. I was spending my time researching and buying stuff for my own personal collection, as well as potentially just like picking stuff up to sell on or just fill holes in my collection, and just I don't know. I just was buying stuff. I was bored. So yeah. But I think what we'll do is say, shall we start with one of your reads, Tom?
Yeah, man, sounds good. Oh. But looks like the dog's going to do the review for me.
Oh, God. So then, mate, do you want to start with your Batman read?
Yes. So this week I've been read Batman Hush, which is written by Jeff Loeb, and the art's done by Jim Lee and Scott Williams. Now, I actually absolutely love this book. I mean, I've got both volume 1 and 2, so I'm gonna read volume 2 next week. But I like this book. It's a slightly different take on things, and what they've done in this book when they introduce this new character, and yeah, it's a really good read. I would recommend it as one of the best Batman written books, but then I've not really read that much Batman, in all honesty. I've read the Tom King run and I loved it, but I think this is an absolutely amazing book. Hi, Rich, you all right, mate? Yeah. So yeah, I mean, there's not much else I can say about it really, apart from the fact that I tell you what, the way that Jim Lee has drawn Killer Croc in this is almost like he's a dinosaur. It's absolutely incredible. I forgot how good it was. I'm really glad I went back and reread it, because there's bits in it obviously where they've done, it's Jim Lee's, you know, fancy, amazing artwork, and then there's like a cutscene where it goes back to Bruce Wayne and his best mate having a chat, and they're playing, I think it's kind of chess or something, but it goes in this like kind of almost watercolor style. It's really cool, and I would definitely recommend picking up Batman Hush. It's great. My copy, however, is a little bit shit, because whoever printed this has printed them layer over, so there's almost like a double shadowing. I don't know if you can see it, but where the text is, it's almost blurry because it's got double lines on it.
Yeah, that's not going to help, is it?
Almost like it's going really fast. But yeah, really, really good book. Would recommend it. There's a punch up between Batman and Superman. What more do you want?
Yeah, we were talking about this, and I'm sure back, because it's not a very, very current book, is it? Is it about
no, it's quite
8 years old or something?
Quite an old job. Quite an old job, he says.
I vaguely either remember seeing it or reading it,
It
or
says published back in 2003, but I don't know if that would be this collection. So I don't know about the single issues.
yeah, I have I have a feeling that I can't, because I'm sure I came across these when I was going through my collection the other week, and I'm sure I've read them. Because is it Poison Ivy and
they're pretty much all the Rogues Gallery, aren't it? I mean, there's Poison Ivy, there's Joker and Riddler turn up in Volume 2, Killer Croc's in Volume 1, Catwoman's in Volume 1. It's really, really good. Naughties. Yeah. Thank you, Richard.
And it's the friend, and is this where Batman and Catwoman get friendly as well?
Yeah, it's I don't know if it's where it starts though, but yes, there is that in that book.
Yeah, I think I vaguely remember it. Vaguely remember it. So yeah, no, very nice. But again, yeah, I think it's just a classic dark.
Yeah. I really want to trade my Volume 1 and 2 in, and then get the deluxe edition, because I think it would look so much better on my shelf than these two volumes.
Yeah, he's fractured. Batman has a fractured skull and stuff at the start as well.
I mean, it's how he kind of how it interludes to bringing in this guy that he was best friends with at school. He's a brain surgeon or something to do with that, and they're like he does this kind of Morse code thing where he's tapping on the desk, and it's like, Alfred, don't get so and so, get so and so instead.
Okay.
It's really, really good bits in it. I mean, like I said, Killer Croc's my favorite bit in this first volume, but that's because I'm a Sado and I love monsters and stuff.
Nice, that's cool, man. That's cool. He's a good character, and if he's well written, it's well written, isn't it?
Yeah,
so you can't beat it. Right.
I can honestly say I've never read Hush Returns though, Rich. Just replying to Rich, I've never read Hush Returns. I'll PM you with an additional copy. Cheers, mate.
Yeah, that's awesome. Cheers, dude. But yeah, I think it's I don't know. I because I've got loads and loads of Batman to read already, kind of thing that's waiting. We actually should probably for next week should coordinate one of our jointly owned Batman books so that we can because if you pin me down to reading something, I'm more likely to read it. Otherwise I just like flit around and end up like reading loads of random stuff and achieving nothing.
I struggled not to go and read Volume 2 straight away because I didn't want to do Batman followed by Batman. I wanted to do a cute couple of other things to talk about, but yeah, I really struggled not to go into Volume 2 because I've never really been a massive Batman fan, but I do love Batman. I've just never really read much. But now I'm like a bit older, I think it makes more sense to go back and reread Batman. I think I would appreciate it so much more now.
No, it makes sense, dude. Right then, so shall we, before we tell them what else you've been reading, shall I do my first little batch?
Yeah, go for it.
Purchases. This is I don't know quite how I feel about these books because I got quite excited when I bought them. Because I thought, I'm going to expand my collection of sort of like Silver Age books and things like that. So I bought off. It was an eBay purchase.
Excuse me, my girly drink.
And there were a load of. They basically were. I bought 2 lots of Silver Age. One was Flash, starting around about issue 133, which is a key. I think it's something to do with Abracadabra. But that's a copy. They're none of them are very good condition. Like they're all like, low to mid grade at best. But I don't know. I got really excited because I'm really enjoying obviously collecting my Fantastic Four. And I just thought the lots they weren't expensive, so it was sort of like I just thought, good chance to get a load of Silver Age all in one batch. So like that's the best sort of most key issue 133, I do believe, of the Flash.
That he gets taken over by Puppet Man, is that right?
It's something like that. As I say, I haven't read it. I mean, featuring Plight of the Puppet Flash and an extra new Flash story. So, but yeah, it's sort of like 60s. We got this one.
I was saying this one before where we started. Why have they just made this poor woman nosedive into the concrete?
Look at that. She's literally biting.
I really hope that her superpower is something like she's got a chin of steel. But
meanwhile, the Flash just stands there.
Surely he'd be fast enough to catch her.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, she's fell from a plane, and then literally eating the dirt. And the Flash, all he can do is like be like, "Oh my god."
Oh wait, hold on. What's the thing say? I cannot die.
Oh, now do you believe I cannot die? So,
Oh well, fair enough.
so yeah, I'm gonna read these stories again, like in bits over the what's it. But as I say, we've got this one, and then we've got
Is that the Castle Grayskull in that one?
This is the tunnel of the tunnel of terrors.
Oh, from it, because I only saw a glimpse of it. Almost looked like the Castle Grayskull.
It does, to be fair, doesn't it? It looks a bit, yeah. But and then we got this one, which is a Green Lantern. What's it? But you can tell this one's like, I think it's like, it must be a really good one because he's like the spine on this one's absolutely fucked. But
oh, he's bad.
As I say, again, it won't. I'll read them and then I'll probably sell them on for similar price to like what I picked them up as, and away we go. This one's a better condition one. Attack of the Samuroids.
Sorry, is that samurai that's been on steroids?
Oh god, as I say, man, it's just
Who comes up with that? That's actually really good to be a samurai that's been on steroids is actually a really cool idea.
And then we got this one has got some Kid Flash. This is number 207. So quite nice. So they're quite glossy, really. They're not too bad. Do you know what I mean?
Fun comics.
Yeah, fun comics. So and this one's quite good. The spine's actually quite intact on that one. So that one's, again, like I say, about a mid grade. This one is a giant Flash, and this one's in really good condition as well, actually. So you can sort of see.
Cheers for the recommendation, Rich. We did. Rich did the button last week, so I need to read that one.
The button loved it. Really loved the button. That's like probably favorite book I've read at the moment. So yeah, moving on to because I read it because I wanted to get into the whole Doomsday Clock thing. So like I've got. Which I've also read, and I just want to get up to date with what's happening with DC. So again, these ones aren't too bad. Like there's no tears on the spines or anything. Evidence of reading and stuff. That one's actually a really nice issue. That one. So they're not too bad. They're pretty good nick actually. Some of them, like these, the spines are all there. If I go through to the Batman ones, because as I say, I've got again those. So if I find any really nice ones or good stories, I'll let you know in future videos. But I can't remember for the life of me. So these are Detective Comics and Batman Comics. So this is 391. So again, they're not terrible. The spines, there's a little bit of like wear on there, but. Yeah.
Oh, Rich, I don't know if I agree about DC killing it. No, I do. To be fair, I'm a massive Marvel fan, but I do agree that DC are killing it at the moment. They've got some great stories and stuff.
Yeah, well, we love it.
It's incredible.
We're enjoying the new Batman. So yeah, I think this one's quite. I've seen this cover before.
It almost looks like a homage cover, but with a slight difference.
That's exactly what it is. I think it is a bit of a homage cover. I think I've seen the similar layout on other issues, but I can't remember who the art is done by on this one. It's many because I don't know how early it is.
Classic artist by the looks of it.
Yeah, massively. I don't know where they. This is what. Yeah.
Fun Comics, yeah, he just picked them up today. Did you get them today, Rich?
Yeah, these I only opened them up today, so I haven't really managed to like go through them all. But there were just lots. Like it was like a Silver Age Batman lot. It wasn't particularly well, sort of like well listed, if that makes sense. Like the pictures are a bit iffy, but they're actually. I'm going through them, especially the Flash ones. Considering these books are like nearly 50 years old, some of them, it's like they're not actually that bad. They're not bad.
Rich, it looks like Rich has said that we need to pick up Detective Comics, Justice League, and Flash. Apparently, they're all good.
Yeah, I've got no doubt. I mean, that's part of the reason why I bought them, because I thought I'm not going to get this amount of books for the price I paid normally. So again, it's just a case of just picking them up, having a read, and then I'll either keep them or read them and pass them on to somebody else. But we'll see. Not
Nice.
bad. But yeah, I've got, as I say, there's loads, and but I think a couple of them were minor keys as well. So again, there's a little bit of value probably in there. So, but yeah, just like you say, just good fun books. So actually, I'm actually feeling better about those now that I've had a little look at them. So yeah, I agree with Funk there. I mean, these are two of the other pickups that I've had this week. They've Fantastic Fours because I'm trying to collect those at the moment.
That was quite a key, isn't it? That one, the Ben Grimm one.
That one is. I think they're both minor keys, but if you give me 5, I will find out what they are because I'm going to start like writing on the backing boards if it's a key so that I don't forget.
Happy days.
But yeah. But again, I'm just trying to pick up, and again, that's 41, and this one's I think 37. So I'm just trying to pick up like as many low numbers for like reasonable, mid-grade, so I can read them, and then as I say, just pop them in the long box, and off we go.
That almost sounds dirty.
Yeah. Right then,
Andy Rich. You said not to mention the mini and maxi series. Did you enjoy the metal series? Because I read it and I didn't quite get it. Right, Rich. What's next?
What is next for you, mate? I'm just going to throw this up there. So
yes. So I decided to go back and reread the original Transformer series.
So is this Generation 1?
Generation 1, yeah.
No,
so I read the first 3 issues and I enjoyed it because it was very much similar to the original TV program. This is my copy.
Nice.
I love it. Got it from New York Comic Con, so I'm well happy with that. But yeah, it's very similar to the original TV program. And yeah, the only thing I would say is it completely threw me that a lot of the characters aren't the colors that I'm used to. Like Starscream's different color, Soundwave's a completely different color. He's purple, which completely threw me to start with. And I'm surprised I've never read these because I've always been a huge Transformer fan.
Okay.
But I'm surprised I've never read the original Transformer series. I think I only picked it up from the TV series, and my grandfather had these comics. But I don't remember ever reading them, to be perfectly honest. But very good. Good story. The only thing I would say is, as a dyslexic, I really struggled with the amount of panels and words that had to be read to get through to the next part. And it was a little bit like, you could give me a bit more credit. I could definitely put 2 and 2 together. I didn't need that explanation. But yeah, it's all right.
No, that's cool. And it's good to hear because I know you don't like the so wordy books because you like an art-driven story, don't you? Like, hence
yeah.
Comic book love. But yeah, I say I've never read them, but yeah, I've just saw what Richard just put down here. Obviously, they do. I've seen these in collected editions as well.
Yeah,
so definitely have a look at that.
Yeah. Well, I've got all of them on my Kindle, so I'm ready and raring to read all the original Transformer comics. I totally agree. I love the original Transformers. So reading the original Transformer comics is only giving me more love. I mean, they're great. They are good. I'm struggling to go from panel to panel. That's literally it. But it did confuse me when I looked at it and I was like, hold on a minute. Soundwave's purple and Starscream's grey. That's not right. What's going on here? But you shouldn't get into it.
No, it sounds good, mate. It's good. Yeah. I just say I've never read any of the Transformers because obviously, like you've like Transformers and Marvel, haven't you? Whereas
I
was kind of like definitely like more heavily DC. Definitely, I was a lot heavier DC, like maybe like 15 years ago, and now I'm a lot more Marvel. And then with the exception of probably Batman stuff, so it's quite. Yeah, it's cool, but I do need to. I will have to check out. You'll have to lend me some stuff when we out of lockdown, mate, and I'll have a read.
The colours were limited in the 80s. Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. I mean, I'll give them that. Go on then, Rich. I'll let them have that one.
Nice. one.
They didn't
Yeah.
have people back then.
I've had a quick look at those Fantastic Fours, and
Oh yeah.
the number 37 was the a first appearance of Annelle, who's a Skrull royalty and the mother of Hulkling.
Oh, okay, yeah, because she gets on with Swordman in one of the Adventures comics, which is how Hulkling comes about. I think.
Ah, right, okay.
Is that right?
Is that right?
Although that might not be right.
And then that one is it's not as key, but that's the third appearance of the Frightful Four. That one.
Ooh,
So
the Frightful Four,
which I'm guessing is this lot at the bottom. Again, I will have a read of it.
Producer from Inhumans.
Yeah. So yeah, it does a bit, but yeah. So pretty. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. So what else? So I have been buying more stuff. So I did. I picked these up just because they were like a £5 lot for these two.
Ah, classic. I have that one on my wall.
So I just like the fact that they were still sealed. They popped up. They were £5 for both of them, and I thought, you know what? I haven't got them. Todd McFarlane art. I'll have them. So
my holy grail I have in my collection is the one you've got there, the standard cover. It's signed with both Stan Lee and Todd McFarlane. 9.8 CGC. Shit. Yeah, man, I love it. It's my favourite.
I love that, man. That is some good shit, mate.
Yeah.
Let's see what you've got, mate.
Well, I'm guessing it's the Chris Claremont Gen X is the next one. Oh no.
Oh no, sorry, not that.
Yeah. So yes, I read Gen X United. This is the second part of the Gen X series. This was a mini series back. I can't remember when it was. In fairness, but it's written by Chris Claremont. The artwork is by John Boy Myers. It's incredible. I liked it. I really like the idea that it's gone so many years in the future. All the X-Men have moved on. They've all had children, and this is what their children would be like. This follows on from the first Gen X book, where one of the members goes missing and they go and help her. And then this is them deciding whether or not they're going to go back to school or they're going to become this new generation of X-Men. And they end up going to India, and they come across an Indian god who basically manipulates them, and they end up changing form and reliving their lives, but as an Indian. It's actually really, really good, really well written. The artwork in it is, John Boy Miles has got a really good animated style of drawing. I don't know if you can see, but this is Emma Frost and Scott Summers' daughter, Megan Frost. And then you've got like Pavel, who is Colossus and Kitty Pryde's son, and then you've got Rogue and Gambit's son and daughter in it. It's really cool. It's a really nice take on it, and I would have liked to have seen more of Gen X stuff, but they didn't do anything after this because I don't think it was very well received. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. They even introduce Franklin Richards' son, and they introduced Doctor Doom's granddaughter in it, and it's really cool.
Wow, so that's like proper. That's really all encompassing then in that one. Then, so
my edition, you can see how well I've written. I've done it, read it. You don't know if you can see how knackered the pages are.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
It's how many times I've read it over the years.
Fair play. It's good to have a well-read comic like that, though. That you just, do you know what I mean? I like seeing these ones like where people have had like I don't know some like a Hulk 180 or something like that, but they had it when it first came out.
Yeah,
always been in their collection, and they've just rolled it up and put it in their back pocket, Yeah. But they've still got that. I love that kind of thing.
Hey, Grey Man.
Yes,
Grey Man here, Rich. Whilst we're on the Chris Claremont run, today I had delivered the Uncanny X-Men 141, but the True Believers version. Okay. Now, although I'm now started finishing off my Uncanny X-Men run, I've never read the Days of Future Past book. So when I picked it up today, I thought, bugger it, I'm just going to read it for today. So this is obviously the True Believers version. It's not the original. And I can't afford to buy the original. It's like 50 quid. But yeah, it's the first Days of Future Past. You see the first appearance of Mystique, the Brotherhood of Mutants, second version with Mystique, Pyro, Blob, Avalanche. Yeah, it's a pretty good book. I really enjoyed it, to be fair. I didn't think I would. It's very similar to the Transformer comic. There's a lot of panels and a lot of dialogue, but I did pick it up much better than I did with the Transformer one.
Okay.
Rogue is fit. Cheers, Rich.
Yeah, I saw that. Rogue is fit. Yeah, man.
In the animated TV series.
Rogue appears in the X-Men films as well, doesn't she? Does she?
Yeah, it's she's the main part of the first film. That she's the one that Magneto wants, but you think it's Wolverine, but it's not.
I'm not. Am I thinking is it Anna Paquin's character, the one who was in True Blood?
No idea, mate. I've never seen True Blood.
Have you not?
No.
Yeah, that's who's in my head anyway. I might be completely wrong. So, but yeah, so cool. So I've got a few more little bits that I've bought, and I don't think I'm waiting for any more deliveries either yet. So this was my kind of my favourite bar.
Yeah, you were right, Rich.
Oh, was I?
Yeah.
But yeah, the actress is fit. I'm not going to deny that. So yeah, but yeah, you've got
not as fit as you.
That one, so the Spider Slayer. So again, I think it was like it's really good condition, this book. Amazing Spider-Man 105. So again, one that I'll probably keep in my own collection and see, just as I say, have a read. The rest of the stuff that I've bought though is basically all relating to like the Justice League Dark stuff that was announced. So it's always been, because there's a current run of Justice League Dark that I've been wanting to read since it came out. So I've been looking
at a key of that with when Dark Fate makes his first appearance. Is that right? We did that.
Yes, I think we have mentioned it before in some kind of a key connection sort of thing, but like I think it's just like a minor key in the current run. But as soon as I saw that JJ Abrams was going to do it, and with the hype, I thought I can't really put off buying any of the single issues anymore. I better get them, or else they're just going to. I'm going to be out of price. So I did a little bit of research the morning after it got announced, and this is what I've picked up basically. So I picked up. This is, I think, first appearance of the Justice League Dark. So it's issue 50 of Swamp Thing. So that's the official first appearance of the team. So that was one that was
okay. Because that's Deadman, Dr. Fate, Swamp Thing. Is that the Demon as well?
I believe so, yeah.
Who's the woman on the horse? Is that Lady Morgana, is it?
I'm not sure who it is. It's like gargoyle type. It's a...
Oh no, that's the Demon, the other side of men.
Yeah.
So there's a lady on the horse at the other side, or a man, maybe. I have no idea who that is.
No, I don't either. I'm definitely reading this. As I say, it's not perfect condition. There's a few.
This group, there's no females. If that's a man on a horse, then.
Yeah, on this one, there's no. I don't think at this stage there's definitely no females in there. So I'm going to give that a read because, as I say, that's like the first time they made the team appearance, and then we're on to the third version, the third sort of volume of it now. So there's a lot of like material to read, but two of the runs, I think one came out in about 2011, which is this run, which is done by Jeff Lemire. So Jeff Lemire's done has he done Ice Cream Man recently and stuff like that? But he's on the up, I think, Jeff Lemire. And then this was like basically a run from issue number 1.
Is that New 52?
Pardon?
New 52?
Yeah, so it's from New 52. Justice League Dark, and that's issue 0. Then issue 1. And then I've got them all the way through to, I think, 17.
The Phantom Stranger apparently is the guy on the horse. Cheers, Grey Man.
Nice one. See, Grey Man and his knowledge of the old stuff is amazing. But yeah, so through to 17, and then it's got like the album #1 as well. But again, I fortunately got into this lot, and obviously somebody had listed it, not knowing the hype was going to just blow up on it. And I got them for, I think I got that lot for about 15 quid. So I thought less than £1 an issue, with postage. I didn't think that was too bad. And then this was another one. This lot cost me 20 quid, so a little bit more, but it's actually a less valuable run. And this is this one, and this is this is James Tinian.
Okay, cool.
So it's pretty cool though, because it's got 2 issue ones in there, and that's
nice.
That's like when because there's like Wonder Woman's in it. I think Zatanna's in it. There's like Man Bat, obviously Swamp Thing. It's like it's a pretty cool incantation, really. So I'm looking forward to having a read through those. But the best thing is as I say, because of the 2 issue ones, if they do go up in value, I'll be able to sell one of them and still keep the rest of the run type thing, and if it's move it onto something else.
Happy days, mate.
So that's me. Yeah. So I've had a pretty fun week. I haven't got anything else outstanding to buy, thank God. And yeah, I've had a buying week rather than a reading week.
Nice. That's allowed.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I think. Well, I'm done. I've pretty much finished.
I've got one. I got.
Oh, have you got? What do you do, mate?
So I got issue 55 of X-Men.
Oh, sweet.
Which is the origin of Angel and as the avenging angel.
Nice.
So yeah, happy days. So I've now got 12 and 55. They're my lowest numbers below.
Yeah. Well, the thing is with me, I've got that much stuff that I've got to read now. I'm probably going to read like that, and I'm just going to keep an eye open for like little single issues of like Fantastic Four, Amazing Spider-Man, things like that, just to like go into my collection, just cool it down, and then see what else is on the horizon.
Yeah, man. Giant Size X-Men issue 1. Anyone got one they want to send me? That'd be great.
Yeah, I could get you a facsimile for a couple of quid.
Oh yeah, I bid on one for 99 pence. So
yeah. At least you'll be able to hold on to it then.
Oh yeah, that'd be mine then forever. worth absolutely nothing, but at least I've got the story.
Well, you were saying the other day, weren't you? You said you'd be quite happy having like a 0.5 grade book, tattiest pages, as long as you can see the picture on the cover.
As long as I've still got the front cover, I'd actually just have the cover. I don't care.
One page.
Yeah.
Good. All right then. So we'll wrap it up there, I think, if you want, mate.
Yeah, man. Sounds good.
But thanks for everybody who's obviously popped in, and anybody who hasn't been in on the live stream. Obviously, just bear in mind that we do try and have at least 2 or 3 streams a week, all on slightly different things. Obviously, the details down in the description below. Make sure you subscribe to us if you are new. Make sure that you obviously hit that thumbs up when this video goes onto YouTube, and obviously Tom should be doing this, but obviously I still have the bell, so hit the bell and you'll get obviously notifications of when we're doing videos and all the rest of it. Greyman, you are so right. Facsimiles are amazing. I have got lots of facsimiles on the wall behind me. But yeah.
All the facsimiles.
It's my grail, the Amazing Fantasy 15. That's the only.
Oh yeah, because we've all got £190,000 to buy one.
Exactly. But yeah, so that's as close as I'm ever going to probably get, to be honest, with that one. But we'll see with the others. Anyway, so take care, guys. We'll see you again soon, if not over the weekend, next Tuesday for our next comic-related stream. So yeah, take care. See you then.
Stay home, stay safe, continue to read comics, and I'm going to say, see ya!